good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I am King Piggly. This is Gaming Imperfectly, the most imperfect gaming channel slash movie review channel slash gaming review channel slash hanging out, just having a great fucking time channel on YouTube. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I'm so excited to be here today, and I hope you are as well. And if you are new to the channel, I am King Piggly, and I hope you like what you see. And we are going to play this crazy-ass game, Fall Guys. I keep hearing about it. Everybody keeps saying, King Piggly, you need to play this game. You need to play this game. So, okay, we'll play it. But you know what? While we play this game, we're going to review one of the craziest freaking movies that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not saying it's a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, guys, but it's called Almost Heroes. It was actually Chris Farley's last movie. Now, somebody's requested this of me. They said, King Piggly, will you please review this movie? And I said, sure, why not? I'll do that. Although, I'm going to go ahead and say, disclaimer, before we start, this movie is highly inappropriate as far as today's standards are concerned when it comes to the PC nature and culture we live in today. It is offensive at almost every given turn that it can be. Alright? And this is one of the reasons why I don't really actually like this movie as far as Chris Farley films are concerned. Although, the person that asked me to make this go! Damn it! Move out of the way, you sons of bitches! One of the most, oh, who knocked me out? Oh, you son of a whore! Oh, we're going back around the horn, guys. No! No! Oh, no! Oh! I can't even focus and talk about this. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be able to totally do this with no problemos at all. I'm gonna weave in and out. We're weaving. We're weaving. Yeah. So let's just jump into this ridiculous movie like we are this ridiculous game. So Almost Famous. Oh, Almost Famous stars Chris Farley, as we said, but also has actually quite a large group of people in it that you just wouldn't expect. It has Matthew Perry in it, well, from Friends, and then it also has Eugene Levy, which is super funny to me. Oh, damn it! I swear I jumped. But surprisingly, it also has the dad from Transformers. You remember the one with Shia LaBeouf? And it has the guy that played his dad in it. He plays the Spanish conquistador. I can't get up. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh my God, I'm stuck. Oh, no. No. I'm going to get up. Ah, we were eliminated. Well, I was not surprised at the chaos that was going on. Tons of people in it. And there's even just a couple of cameos in the background, but you know, it's not surprising. So the way it goes out, basically all this movie is, guys, it is a parody film of Lewis and Clark. In fact, you see Lewis and Clark in the background several times, and their expedition to find the Pacific Ocean and to go across the United States, okay? That's all this movie is, except you have Chris Farley, who's like the Lewis, and Matthew Perry, who's the Clark. You know, Eugene Levy plays a Frenchman, and he has a Native American woman as property, which is, I mean, it's just... I really have loathed, actually. I've been regretting doing this review because this movie is just so bad, guys. It is just not a good movie. I'm sorry, it's not. And like I said, the guy who wanted me to review this is like, this is one of Chris Farley's best films. It's not true at all, okay? At all. Not even close. You know, I would have actually taken Chris Farley's bit part in Billy Madison over this entire movie. You know, it's bad. So, individual parts in this film, guys, can be funny, and there are some humorous moments in this movie. But for the most part, this movie consists of racism, sexism, and fart jokes and shit jokes. I mean, it's all it is. Toilet humor and racism. And in various forms. From the very beginning right on to the very end. But in between, there is a smidgen of humor here and there that you can't get around. You know, like for one thing that I find truly funny, and maybe it's what I should do, is just talk more about certain parts of this movie. Because like I said, if we bring up the entire thing, there's one black guy in the entire movie. Okay? And I think he has 2 lines, maybe 3 lines in the entire thing. And it's just like, you know, all right, we got this. We're ready. I'm ready for this one. Go! All right. I'm going to go this way and jump through the... Oh, damn it. I am the world's worst. Yay! Let's go. So, how do I always get knocked over by... Who's knocking me over? So, like I said, Eugene Levy plays this Frenchman who talks about biting off people's ears if they look at his woman. Of course, his woman is property. Again, I want to make it clear that his woman is property for Eugene Levy. And it's absolutely inappropriate in every way, shape, or form. Plus, whitewashing. There's so much whitewashing in this movie that it's not even funny, guys. I mean, the Spanish conquistadors are white dudes. You know, the whatchamacallit. Not just the Spanish conquistadors. The Native American lady. They got a white woman to play the Native American lady. Then there's actually Native Americans later on, and I'm fairly certain a few of those guys were white too. It's just really bad. And of course, Eugene Levy is not French. He's an American actor or a Canadian actor, which I guess if you're Canadian, you can get away with playing a Frenchman a little faster than you can if you're a straight American. You're just doing a French accent. But again, it's actually insulting to French people because it's not a flattering portrayal of French culture. But there are some humorous parts. You know, Chris Farley is a funny guy, but you could really tell in this movie that his drugs and alcohol habits were catching up with him. You could tell his energy level isn't what it used to be in certain films, and you could tell he was depressed. You know, I mean, he was really close to the end of his life and dying of an OD. And if a person's getting to that point, they're in pretty deep. And, he was. And, what am I doing? Oh, wait, we're not even in this. Yeah. That's just somebody else. So, anyway, I just don't feel it, guys. I'm sorry. If you're a fan of this movie, I really apologize. But for me, this is just one of those terrible, terrible movies that should have never been made. It was kind of like, Going West, or way Westward West. What was it called? John Candy's last movie back in the day. Wagons East or Wagons West. Whatever it was not good, you know. And even though he didn't even make it through the entire filming of it, John Candy died of a heart attack prior to finishing that movie. This movie was finished by Chris Farley, but it's his last. You can just kind of tell that there's a lot wrong with this movie. From, like I said, the crude humor that just goes way overboard. It's not even about crude humor, because I can laugh at crude humor. Like there's a scene in there where a guy tells a story that's supposed to make you really laugh, because everybody's laughing like, oh, Matthew Perry's like, you know, he wants to get to know the men, the people in his group. So this one guy's like, I'll tell you a story about my brother, and he speaks in a very clear accent. He's like, oh yes, and then we were watching sheep one day in the field. My brother had to use the bathroom. When he came back, I had taken sheep shit and mixed it in the pudding and persuaded him to eat it. And they're all laughing, and you know, so my brother ate sheep shit. But, you know, we'll tell him the end's the funny part. And he's like, well, I don't even have a brother. And it was really just like, yeah, it wasn't funny, you know. It was one of those moments where I'm like, yeah, it's not really humorous. I'm not really digging the humor in this film, guys. And it just wasn't. It wasn't a very humorous part of the film for me. And some people may find that kind of stuff like slap dog, just slap me down funny. But for me, it just wasn't, and it's not. And it really was just a poor attempt at humor over and over again in this movie. It just really kind of let me down, because I am a huge Chris Farley fan. I love Chris Farley. I think he was an amazing comedic actor. Damn it, we were doing so good too. He really was an amazing comedic actor, and I had a lot of respect for him. Low jump, you stupid son of a whore. Oh. Yeah, go Team Us. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. No, we're not gonna make it. All right, we're gonna make it. We're gonna do it. I believe in us. So, yeah, like I said, there's some funny parts, you know, but they make fun of, they make fun of Indians, they Native Americans, you know. I mean, they don't spare. I will say this, they're an equal opportunity racist in these movies, because they really do mock everybody at every given turn. There's no There's no leeway at all for who they don't make fun of in this film. We made it! Oh, all right! Like I said, Eugene Levy's funny in it, but again, it's just a portrayal. I'm trying to think of some actual funny parts in this movie, and it's really difficult for me to come up with them, because off the top of my head, most of it was really offensive. Sorry. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. The bear. There's a scene where a bear walks into the camp, and they're like, don't scratch, don't move a muscle here, he'll attack you, that kind of thing. And one of the guys is like, my nose is really itchy. It feels like there's a bug in there. He's like, don't do it if you want to live. And the guy's like, I can't help it. I got to scratch my nose. And he says, no, don't scratch your nose. He's like, I really don't know what's worse, my nose itching or the bear. And of course he scratches his nose and the bear attacks him. And as he's being drug off into the woods, he's yelling, oh, the bear's much worse after all. It's the bear. The bear's the worst. And, you know, I had a good chuckle at that part. There's other parts that are, like I said, there's like, you know, the fact that Chris Farley has to go get an eagle egg, and you know he like has to do it like 4 times, and that's funny. But for the most part, guys, it's not a very good movie. They go on this grand adventure to find the West before Lewis and Clark get there, and it's just one thing after another that slows them down, impedes their progress, and just really stops them from being Lewis and Clark. They're disorganized. They don't have, you know, Eugene Levy, being the French trapper, is supposed to be their translator to talk to the Native Americans that they encounter, because he says he speaks like 13 native languages. And then, you know, it clearly becomes apparent, like the first Native Americans they encounter, he doesn't speak a word that they speak, you know. And that's pretty funny. But again, the portrayal of Native Americans in this movie, you know, are absolutely atrocious and completely racist. Their portrayal of almost everything in this movie is either super crude or just, I don't know if they were just ad-libbing or nobody told them that it may in fact be racist to say the things that they were saying or to behave the way they were behaving. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this movie. Maybe they weren't thinking when they made this movie. I don't know. I can only speculate because, you know, the movie was made. And it was made, I think, at really low budget. It was not like a big budget movie. Damn it. I was so close. But that's it. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I want to talk about. I just wanted to kind of briefly touch on this movie. I know it's not the most fun thing, and I know that like I said, the person who asked me to review this film might not necessarily like the way I've now described this movie, Almost Heroes, and the fact that I dislike it, and they liked it seemingly a lot. So, yeah. I hate that, but I gotta be honest, because that's the thing about me, guys. You know, King Pigley's always gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna give you my real impressions, my real opinions of both video games and movies and life and whatever else kind of pops into my head, because there's enough bullshit in this world, and I don't think this movie's very good, which leads me to rate it, and I'm gonna rate this 2 crowns, guys, out of 5. It's not good, and the only reason I'm going to give it 2 is because it is a Chris Farley film, and it's his last movie. If it wasn't even his last film, I'd give it a crown. But just out of respect, because he is now passed, may he rest in peace, I'm going to give it 2 crowns on that alone, that it's just, it's a Chris Farley film. And it's a shame and a tragedy that we lost him due to his demons and drug use and alcohol abuse. It's really a shame. Speaking of which, guys, if you're struggling with alcohol or drugs, please go get some help. I know it seems, I know from experience, and I can honestly say that I understand the struggle 100%. I've been there, but there is light at the tunnel, end of the tunnel, guys. There is help out there if you really want it, and I highly suggest that you do it, because drugs and alcohol not only can ruin your life, it can end it. And nobody wants that. We really don't. We don't want to lose anybody else like we lost Chris Farley, because he is sorely missed, and so would any of you guys be that might be struggling with your own demons. So go get some help. Talk to somebody. Reach out and talk to me. I'll talk to you guys any day of the week. But anyway, that's it for King Piggly. So 2 crowns for almost heroes, and that's it. Please like this video if you haven't yet. Smashing that like button. Let's get this video up to 20 likes. We can do it. Together we can do anything. I truly believe that. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Keep coming back, hanging out with me, get some more reviews, watch some more killer gameplays, get some more movie reviews, or just hang out with King Piggly, your most imperfect of hosts, here on Gaming Imperfectly, the most imperfect gaming channel / movie review channel / whatever comes to my mind channel on YouTube. But that's it. And oh, one last thing, please hit that bell. Guys, if you're subscribed to the channel and you're not getting the notifications, it's really not helping me out. I need your help. Please hit that bell, get the notifications. And if you are just now new to the channel, not only welcome and thank you for subscribing, but click that bell, get the notifications. Keep coming back and hanging out with me. That way you don't miss out on the next most imperfect video here on Gaming Imperfectly. But that's it. One more time, I'm out of here. And I will see you guys in the next video!